box, trying to be very, very compact and very defensively. And with that number, with Dapo being red carded, you can just imagine as to then how many spaces Mamelodi Sundowns were actually going to create. And this is an opportunity again where really, really, Mamelodi Sundowns never really allowed Magesi to be in that defensive block or defensive position. They played in a transition, which is something that Mamelodi Sundowns hardly plays. And this has resulted into, a big, big opportunity. And look at the miscue as well from Tapelo Moreno. But look at where it finds Letlhakore. Just stay inside the box playing as a 10. That's where you need to be able to find himself in.
Yeah, he does well. I mean, he hasn't necessarily been highly involved in terms of the play, but credit to him being sort of staying switched on within the game. Moving in terms of opposites, the ball's gone across him, he stayed alive, and a little bit of luck comes to him and he's able to stretch and obviously get the goal. I mean, that is a really good finish because a lot of players, a lot of time you're like, the ball just sort of passes you, but if you stay alive, you get your rewards.
Yeah, I think with the young man, I think he's playing in his new position as a 10. But Bonks, look at the mistakes as well from the back. You look at Mashiko, they're playing. You look at how high he is, trying to play the ball back to Chipezes. I mean, those are the things that Coach Maduka spoke about early on in the interview. Like if we can minimize the mistakes at the back, we actually get a good chance of actually winning the game. This, the Tlakuye nearly put in the back of the net because of those mistakes.
And that is highly, highly unnecessary because the one thing about football is the touchline is also a player.
Yeah.
If you're unsure as Mashiko going towards your own goal, just turn in your left foot. It's a favorite foot. Turn towards the line, and you can always sort of work a situation out, especially if you're a defender under pressure. But to play a ball back all the way back to your goalkeeper, you're just asking to get pressed and cause problems for yourself.
Yeah, it's a biggest belief, the fact that we were talking about a little bit of deja vu in this encounter. Now, the last time that these two sides met on match day one, Magesi Football Club finished with the 10 men on the field, and it's happened already, but this time even earlier in the match.
Yeah, even earlier, man, it's very disappointing. I'm sure Coach Maduga would have spoken about it because that red card in the previous encounter resulted into them losing the game. This is the first yellow card that Dapo got, which is understandable because Mamelodi Sundowns were in transition. They were looking very dangerous. But look at where he commits the second foul. Right on the center line, there's no danger there. He comes in flying with a tackle. Yet again, you're playing with a yellow card. I think that's a reckless challenge, and that also, it should be very, very disappointing for the team.
Sadly, that is just a mindless challenge. Lack of concentration, lack of awareness in terms of where you are, the time of the game. I mean, the game is closing down to half time.
Yeah.
You're still in the game at 1-0, but then now a reckless challenge, all of a sudden, you're having to ask the coach to make difficult changes.
Yeah, definitely make changes now. The pressure only increasing on the visitors. Look at the options. What happens now in the second half?
I mean, it's going to be very difficult at the options now for Coach Maduka, but which means then you need to bring more of a defensive midfielder, possibly need to take Zungu out because you want to stabilize that midfield. But then again, up front, Makubu still be isolated as he was. You're expecting maybe Sibanyoni to come into the game, but it's going to be very difficult now with 10 men less. But from Mamelodi Sundowns' point of view, maybe you might see a Maseko, maybe you might see a Shalilile, maybe later on in the game, maybe Adams as well. Maybe to try to come in and create more goal scoring opportunities because you can see the pitch, how bumpy it is. Very difficult for Mamelodi Sundowns. Maybe a Peter Shalil inside the box because Reyners has been very, very quiet into this game.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a real shame, again for Makis. If you look at the fact that, Makubu, you look at that front three, Chirabanda, they were so high up on the Sundowns back four, forcing them in terms of just trying to make the game combative and hopefully trying to latch on to pieces. And for a time, it looked they might get something. They'd obviously get higher up the pitch if they play that way. With one man less, you have one man less to put them under pressure. And with Obas there, they'll be well overpowered in terms of that final line, should they continue to go direct.
That's right. It is, of course, Mamelodi Sundowns who have the ascendancy. Very, very big day.